It's time for today's episode of Classical Music 101. I'm 90.9 WGUC's music director, Jessica Lorey. Today's question, what is a symphony? A symphony is a large orchestral composition divided into sections or movements. These movements are often characterized by their tempo, key, or mood, and usually somehow relate to the symphony as a whole. This music genre was developed in the mid-18th century and was thought to have its roots in the Italian opera overture, which usually had 3 movements. The symphony was thought to resemble the classical sonata, only written for an orchestra rather than a solo instrument. Early symphonies were typically written for 4-part strings with an occasional harpsichord and were quite short compared to the symphonies we are used to hearing today. This one from Giovanni Sammartini is only 10 minutes long. We cannot discuss the early symphony without mentioning the Mannheim Court, where Johann Stamitz revolutionized the symphonic structure by adding a 4th movement and introducing wind instruments such as the oboe, horn, and clarinet. Many folks are familiar with the names Joseph Haydn and Wolfgang Mozart. They followed Stamitz in continuing the development of the classical symphony. Haydn was known for creating tuneful themes that he would develop throughout the piece, while Mozart was known for writing ambitious parts for the wind instruments. Both composers increased the size of their orchestras to 30 or so players. That's larger than the days of Sammartini, but smaller than what we're used to today. Ludwig van Beethoven may be the most pivotal composer in all of music history. Not only did he expand the length of the symphony and size of the orchestra, but he also regularly used instruments like the piccolo and trombone, added extra percussion, strings, and even a chorus in his Symphony No. 9. After Beethoven, the 19th century saw symphonies with heightened passion, orchestras with over 200 musicians, 5 or more movements, and other developments. Some composers told stories through programmatic symphonies. Others found inspiration in national idioms, and some even used non-orchestral instruments in their symphonies like the organ. The 20th century brought even more changes to the symphony. Some composers expanded symphonic ideas by adding quotations from popular tunes. Others used simplified and repetitive rhythms through minimalism. Some even incorporated electronic instruments into their work. What other music questions do you have? Ask me in the comments below or via WGUC's Facebook or Twitter pages, and maybe we'll feature your question next month.